Washington Pod presents Earl Nightingale.
No matter what it is a person does, if he does it too long without a break of some kind, he's apt to get off the track. He loses his objectivity. Experts in various fields have been in them so long they forget what they're trying to do. This is why the book written by the learned professor is often written to win the approval of other learned professors. As a result, it doesn't amount to much because nobody reads it but learned professors who already know everything that's in it. Nobody who needs it and could learn from it can get interested in it even if he can understand it. Take the field of advertising. It all started as a means of getting people to buy products. It's a form of salesmanship. But so many advertising people have been in advertising for so long, it sometimes seems they've forgotten the real purpose and they've lost touch with the people they're supposed to motivate. Whit Hobbs, Senior Vice President in charge of Creative Services at Benton & Bowles, made a speech some time back, in which he urged a return to honest fundamentals, and he asked his audience if, when they sit down to write or judge an ad, they set their standards as high as they could and should be. He said, you say to yourself, if this doesn't sell me, excite me, arouse or amuse or interest or challenge or help or befriend me, how the heck is it going to sell other people? He said that other people aren't different. He said they're smart like you and savvy and hurried and harried and concerned and confused, just like you. Too many kids, not enough money, worried about crabgrass and Congress and college and communists and constipation. Their upper sinuses are clogged and so are their septic tanks, just like yours. He said they're great people, just like you. Get to know them better. You can't help liking them. Stop feeding them pap. They've outgrown it years ago. Start talking up to them. That's the way they want to be talked to. Stop beating them over the head. Stop boring them. He said, give them bright, bold, friendly, helpful, challenging, entertaining advertising that customers like. From you and me, he went on to say, with regard to advertising, they want friendship and understanding and sympathy and help. They want quality, quality, quality. Why don't we give it to them? In speaking of the run-of-the-mill, ridiculous, insulting advertising, Hobbs said, why do we have the same dull housewife in the same dull kitchen, with the same totally inept husband, and the same know-it-all mother in every commercial, and those same unattractive people sitting around the table grinning all through breakfast every morning? Where do we find people like this? People so stupid they can sit there and eat a whole meal and not even know there's an announcer standing right there in the room with them. Where do we find those models in car ads, those tall, gawky, empty-headed, flat-chested girls standing there with silly, gaudy clothes on and plumes in their hair and feet spread way apart like they had an itch, staring adoring at the new car? Why don't we try to win customers instead of prizes? It's true. Spend too much time doing the same job, and if you don't get off once in a while and take a good, long, objective look at what you're doing, you can lose touch completely, get completely off on the wrong track.